Gang, how's everybody doing? Welcome to Zeus Angel Tarot. I am now going to be wearing the wings all the time. I picked them up for Halloween and they're here to stay. Although I may just wear them the other way. The other way. Taurus, I got a real live message for you. Actually, I wish I hadn't started shuffling because I already got a card for you. I already got the energy, and the energy is the Tower. Divine Intervention. Okay, fine. We're going to leave that card in the deck, but the Tower came out for you. And in this deck, the Tower is Divine Intervention. So there's something that happened that was beyond your control. The way that I see it, it's like the carpet being pulled out from under you. But even though it seems devastating and like a loss, hello, there's something going on with the Taurus crew. So let's see what's going on, what this divine intervention is, where you're headed. It's Scorpio energy. We are in Scorpio, I think. We're still in Scorpio. So, woo, Three of Swords, pain. Of course, that would make sense. Where there's a tower, there's always going to be a Three of Swords because it's usually beyond your control. Three of Swords. Let's see why that's there. Of course, I'm sure everybody has their own Three of Swords. Everybody is dealing with their own type of loss or pain or heartache, okay? Yes, it can come. Honestly, to be human is to suffer. This is something that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. If it makes you feel a little less alone in whatever it is that you're carrying here. Queen of Pentacles. Now, it would make a lot of sense. A lot of sense. Taurus crew, Pentacles is your element. So if you're feeling like you're not on top of your game with your finances, then you're definitely going to feel that sense of loss, okay? Now, this can talk about a feminine energy. Doesn't have to be. Queen of Pentacles in reverse can sometimes talk about somebody who was using you for money and or just not feeling at the top of your game. Give me more on why that's here, spirits, angels, and guides. Flying out. The Nine of Swords, there could be just some general anxiety in regards to your business or your money or whether or not you can trust relationships. Because if I know anything about the Taurus crew, you guys are loyal to a fault. Okay, and I feel like you could fall into this energy by trying to help someone out. And it can very much put you in a place of anxiety and stress and hurt and pain, not knowing if the people that you're helping and that you're supporting are really there for you. Here we have the Tower. As I said, it was our first card. Thought you might want to see it. The divine intervention. So the eye in the sky is the divine intervention. Okay, it's divinity, it's source, it's whatever you believe the higher power is. You know, whatever you believe it is, that is coming in here strong for you. So whatever is being destroyed, something better will be built in its place. Wherever there is destruction, there will always be grief and mourning. So please remember, it's the Scorpio energy, which is the agent of change. It's also the agent of death and rebirth. So whatever this is, it is calling you to adapt to the changes that are inevitable. Life is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. That's why we teach ourselves to have a little bit of a detachment in the things that we do. Let's see if we can get some advice. Now, it's not really telling me exactly what's going on with you. It's going to be different for every single one of you, depending on where your Taurus is, where your Taurus placement is. So there's really a lot going on here. I feel like some of you guys are trying to get out of a place of feeling stuck or feeling. Four of Cups in reverse can talk about kind of trying to come out of a slump, right? Eight of Cups in reverse, realizing there's something you have to let go of. Sometimes Eight of Cups in reverse is actually a good thing because it's like you finally are like, this is old pain. I've dealt with this old pain and I don't want to deal with it anymore. Hi! Intuitive Reads, Mercedes, thanks you guys for being here. And it is raining where I am. Anyway, so yes, it looks like the Taurus crew is really going through it. It doesn't matter where you have Taurus in your chart. If you were drawn to this reading, there's probably a message in it for you. Anyway, I do feel like, oh, you're in Connecticut? I've never been there. I've been to New York, but I've never been to Connecticut. I'm sure it's lovely. April 21st. Actually, I feel like you're on the cusp of Taurus. I used to do the cusp signs, and that would be the cusper. It's beautiful. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's lovely. Thank you for being here. Feel free to put it in the comments, whatever you guys are going through, because I do feel like it's going to be different for all of you. Yeah, cusper. So I think that's Taurus, Gemini, and energy. Is it April? I get the dates mixed up. No. That is Aries. I think you're the Aries Taurus cusp. Okay, then. Yeah, so I feel like there could be some tumultuous times for the Taurus crew. I really don't like the Knight of Swords in reverse. The way my understanding of the Knight of Swords in reverse is that you could have had an argument with someone. Your Aries Taurus. Yep, Aries Taurus cusp. I myself am the Pisces Aquarius cusp, although any astrologer will tell you that cusp signs aren't real. So I gave up on that facade. All right. Last time I said I was in the hospital with my daughter, going back tomorrow. She is still coughing. Oh, I'm so sorry. I do remember that. Are they real? So, honestly, with astrology, it really depends on who you ask, because a lot of astrologers will argue about the type of astrology. They'll say, no, I practice Western. No, I practice Vedic. No, cusp signs aren't real. If it's something that you're drawn to, there is no scientific proof that there is or that there isn't astrology and cusp signs. So whatever you're drawn to, just go with it. And that is my understanding with knowing astrologers personally and how they discriminate against the type of astrology. And it doesn't matter, because there's no scientific proof that it's real or not. I relate to my cusp sign, my sun sign, because if nobody knows about it, I won't go off too much on it, but yes, every zodiac sign changes in the middle of the month. So if you were born between the 17th and the end of the month, you were born when the planets and the zodiac signs were shifting from one to the other. And honestly, it's just your star sign. So true astrology goes based off your whole natal chart, not just your sun sign. So honestly, it doesn't matter. I sometimes feel as though I can be a bit Aquarius and a bit Pisces. So it is what it is. It's whatever you relate to, you guys. My legs are falling asleep. Honestly, I feel like you Taurus crew are really going through it. Taurus seems to experience more than their fair share of towers lately. Hopefully something good is on the horizon. So that is actually literally what I was just about to talk about. You feel more Aries, Mercedes? No worries. I sometimes feel like I'm more of an Aquarius, but here I am reading tarot, which is a very Pisces thing to do. So the conundrum exists about the cusp signs. So, and in fact, in Western astrology, my moon sign is in Taurus. And in Vedic astrology, my moon sign is in Aries. And at the end of the day, honestly, it really doesn't matter, because there's no proof that it exists. So whatever you're drawn to, that's what it is for you. And that's my understanding of it. So let's get some advice for the Taurus crew, because honestly, I do feel like you're going through something really hard right now. The Knight of Swords in reverse, it can talk about aggressive energy or fighting, or just having a lack of empathy. I can't claim cusp. I'm sun, moon, and rising Taurus. You are all Taurus. Wow. How stubborn are you? I've got to know, if you're a bull through and through, how stubborn are you? Because from my understanding is the Taurus is very stubborn, but it can be a good thing. So let's get some advice for you guys, because it feels like there's some kind of chaotic situation here. He says very. Let's get the advice here. Is there any advice for the Tauruses who are going through it right now? Having a difficult time. Things could be a little chaotic. There could be arguments in your environment. You could also be harsh on yourself, okay? The adjustment. So here it is. There is some hope here with the Justice card. And I always want to highlight the light at the end of the tunnel, because everything is impermanent. And I know we all have our moments where we feel bad. And then we have to remind ourselves that it will pass, because everything is impermanent. And it does look like there is something coming in for you, Taurus crew, to balance things out. What is this justice? It's going to be different for all of you, okay? I'm sorry, I have to readjust myself. It's going to be different for all of you. It does kind of look like, you know, it could easily be court matters, but it could also be a balancing. Like, things are going to start to be a little bit more harmonious for you once you get over the hump of whatever it is that you're going through, okay? Because Six of Swords in reverse is not calm. It's pretty chaotic. It's pretty much just rough waters. But I feel like with the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Six of Swords in reverse, you guys are trying to come out of a place where things were really chaotic, or there was a lot going on, or something is just kind of going out. It's like the one door closes and a window opens, and is what I'm feeling for you guys here. Yes, exactly. The Chariot. Now, with the Justice and the Chariot, I almost always see it as weighing up an option here of what you can do. I know, guys, this isn't a love reading today. I do plan on court doing papers on the 12th. It looks like it's pulling in your energy. Intuitive reads with Jen. That sometimes happens with if you're more intuitive and into the divine, and you click on a YouTube video, it's going to be very accurate towards you, because you have a connection to divinity or source already. So it does kind of look like it's picking up on your energy. And it looks like there's a choice here that you have to make. And it could absolutely include court matters with the Justice. And we have the Chariot. And sometimes the Chariot is a car, but it can also talk about moving or making a decision about your path in life. It's literally like that. Is it Robert Frost? Whoever talks about the path less chosen, this is what it's talking about here. That's what I always think about when I see the Chariot. In a probate court situation myself, oh yeah, you guys are really going through it. And I want you to stick it out, because I think things could get better for you. As I said before, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Everything has its own impermanence to it. So let's see more of this outcome for the Taurus. The Ten of Swords in reverse. I told you, you guys are moving out of a very sticky and challenging situation. You are about to move out of it. You could literally be moving as well for some of you guys, but I feel like this is metaphorical for you Taurus crew who are relating to this reading so far, that things have been hard, things have been painful, things have been emotional, and you get back to me and let me know later, because it's going to be, I don't like promising things that may or may not happen in a general tarot reading. So if you do see an improvement, let me know, because there is no time on tarot. Tarot is timeless. This can happen years from now. It can happen 2 days from now. Usually the Chariot is a little bit faster momentum, but if it's a court, if you guys are in court dealing with the legal system, those things can drag on for years. And with the Ten of Swords here, it kind of looks like you could be at the tail end of something. But those court battles can drag on for years. Ten of Swords in reverse, Eight of Cups in reverse. I see you moving past it. Although I don't think it's easy. I don't think it's been easy. But I see you guys moving past it. Those of you who can't move past it, it's just going to be up to your circumstances. And at this point, it's good to practice serenity and to just live in the moment and to only control what you can control. You can't control everything, unfortunately. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, this could happen in a year from now, actually. As I said before, if you are relating to the court thing, there could potentially be money from this within a year. The Ace of Pentacles, I almost always see it as a year, and it's in reverse, meaning yes, it's coming, but there's a delay to this. So Although I am picking up on Eight of Wands energy with this Ace of Pentacles. And to me, what that says is that you're going to hear about the good things happening. However, the process will still be long. It's like you're going to know that you won something, but your prize isn't, you're not going to get your prize until a year or somewhere down the line, if that makes sense to you. So you could hear good news, but then not see it actually play out in your life for a year, 6 months to a year, maybe even 2, okay? So I hate to tell you guys this, it does look like there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but it's a ways out. So, and for some of you guys, it's going to happen quicker than others, right? Because everybody has their own timeline that they're working from. Any final messages? I'm going to get some oracle cards for you guys. Okay, so we're in the Hanged Man energy. I almost always see this as limbo, because right now I feel like you could still be transitioning out of a place of difficulty into a more balanced place. And it's going to be, you know, with the Hanged Man, you're probably feeling in limbo. And what is that? Probably feeling stuck, like maybe things aren't moving forward. But with the Hanged Man here as a little bit of advice, this to me is to get a different perspective on your situation. Always, 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 especially if you only have control over so much, you have to come into a place of gratitude, as hard as it is. Stuck describes it. So it's time to get out of that stuck energy and try and get a different perspective. Literally go upside down if you have to. See your situation from a different point of view to at least try and get a modicum of certainty and safety. Because the thing is that everything is uncertain in life. And the more that we are able to sit with the discomfort of uncertainty, the better our mentality will be. So your psyche will be relieved if you're able to kind of practice gratefulness and being in the moment as much as you can, and sitting with the difficulty, sitting with the discomfort, sitting with the uncertainty, as hard as it is, to just know that, you know what, I'm here in the moment right now. I'm good in this moment right now. What happens next, I can't think about it, because it could be a while before this plays out. I am hearing that some of you guys could be dealing with some questionable people, so please be mindful of the people that you're surrounding yourself with. And also, I feel like there's some deception about waiting here, okay? This message is coming through, and I don't really understand it. So if you understand it, take it. If not, disregard it. There is some kind of delay tactic happening here. And I don't know how this is happening or who or in what way, okay? This isn't really talking about a relationship. This is more of a life event. It could certainly be a relationship or a divorce kind of situation. But what I'm picking up on here is that there is some kind of stalling tactic for you getting your justice. And if it is a court system, it's definitely a lawyery tactic to delay things. So make sure you're following up. If it's not about a court situation, which a lot of you probably won't relate to that, it doesn't matter. There's some kind of situation where you're waiting, where you're being forced to wait or something like that. And it's testing your abilities, right? It's challenging you right now. So make sure that you're following up, especially if you feel like somebody is waylaying you, potentially on purpose. Make sure you follow up as much as you can. Yes, because there is somebody here who's trying to thwart your justice. Now, and I don't know who or how, and if it doesn't relate, you can disregard it. Okay, so yes, make sure you continue to follow up on whatever progress you have going on here, whatever it is that you feel like you're stuck in, that you're waiting for. Potentially somebody is doing that on purpose as a way to kind of thwart your success, okay? This could be anything. This can be anyone. But there's some kind of situation that's kind of trying to keep you in limbo. It's like, I don't want to give you what you want, but I also don't want to let you go. So if it's a relationship, there's definitely could be somebody who doesn't want you to move on, but also doesn't want to be good to you. You know, if it's a court situation, there's a waylaid effort. If it's somebody who owes you an apology, they sure don't want to do it. There's some kind of delay here, but you need to follow up. You need to do your due diligence, and that's all you can do. You know, you have to release the rest to the universe and to divinity, because like I said before, there is divine intervention here. And just remember to say thank you whenever a challenge presents itself to you, because it is a life lesson. And I know I can't give myself advice when I'm feeling it. When I'm having a rough time, I know how hard it is to just have belief that this challenging situation is meant to make you better somehow. So, and it is, and it will, if you play your cards right? So, you have to control your reaction, and that's all you can do. All right, Taurus, this is not really a lovey message. I mean, for sure, you could be having relationship issues if it relates to you that way. For some of you guys, there is something new on the horizon. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be something that fulfills you. So there is something here. But I do feel as though there is some kind of sadness or depression that needs to be released first. For you to be able to, like I said, to be able to kind of still enjoy life while you're in this limbo period with this uncertainty and this pain and this heaviness. To be able to have a new perspective, because you could be missing opportunities for happiness, and whatever's right in front of you, you could be feeling bad about your current situation, whatever it is, and completely missing opportunities right in front of you. So just be mindful of that, okay? Your mindset is everything. It's really all we have at the end of the day. The way that you talk to yourself, the thoughts that you have, the reactions that you have, it's really the only thing that you really have control of. So just keep that in mind whenever you're going through it. Let's get an angel message for you. And like I said, there is light at the end of the tunnel. It's going to be different. The timeline is different for all of you guys. Some of you guys, you're going to be seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like in Saggy season. So starting in December to next year, some of you guys sooner. So things are going to finally start moving a little bit, but it's still a long process of you coming out of that difficult place, whatever it was, the breakup, the painful situation, whatever is happening for you. All right, so your oracle card is the North. I celebrate my uniqueness with joy and gratitude. So whenever these cards come out in reverse, they're not intended to come out in reverse. I always read it as the opposite. A lot of you guys are lacking gratitude right now because you're struggling. It's really hard to be grateful when you're in pain, and that's exactly what you need to do. As hard as it is, find something small to be grateful for. Be grateful for that granola bar, the yogurt, the apple. Be grateful for having a roof over your head, shoes on your feet. Be grateful for family. Be grateful for experiences. I have to tell myself this every day because it's really hard. And I feel like a lot of you guys are also not able to see the happiness around you because you're maybe not able to kind of grasp the gratitude, okay? And if that's not you, disregard it. But you are unique, and just remember, we're all unique, every single one of us. And to celebrate your unique personality or just you, just celebrate you. Be grateful to be who you are, or at least try to be. Let's see what else we have here. We have the Archangel Metatron. I am united with the source of all goodness, love, and creativity. So, I understand if a lot of you guys out there are struggling, and like I said before, try to approach everything from a place of love and gratitude. See what that does for you. Okay, so I feel like I'm going to get a spread of advice for you guys. and I will set you about your way. Because this message is kind of going on long. I didn't even realize it. Let's see. Any last messages from your higher self for the Taurus crew? Let's see if we can get a love message. I know a lot of you guys aren't really dealing with that right now. But, ooh, any love messages for the Taurus crew? The Death in reverse? What did I say before about Scorpio energy? You guys started out with Scorpio energy, and you're now ending with Scorpio energy. You started with the Tower, and now here we have the Death. The Death in reverse is resisting change. So some of you guys could be holding on to a former lover. Why is a Death card here for Taurus's love life? The Moon in reverse could be a Pisces. I think some of you guys found some things out about someone. It's okay. It's time to end this message because now the cards are repeating. The message is repeating itself. You're in limbo right now. Some of you guys are coming out of conflict and struggle. That's a good thing. Absolutely. That is the synopsis of this reading here, is that you're slowly coming into a more harmonized place. That is the main message that's coming through. And even with this second spread I did, it's just kind of repeating the same message. So, you know, even though you're in limbo, and even though you found out some things that make it difficult for you to move on with your life, to let something go, or to accept the change, whatever change that is, learn to sit with the uncomfortability, because things are working. Things are conspiring in the background for you. Hanged Man. You're very welcome. So, the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is actually very, very, very enlightened. So, take this pause to feel better. Take this limbo period, this time out, or whatever it is that's going on for you. If you feel like things aren't moving, they are, okay? They absolutely are. Things are getting better. And it all starts with you and your thoughts in your head. So release control. Allow divinity to bring in these changes. And you'll see the good that comes out of it at the end, okay? All right, you guys. I've been going on way too long. So I'm going to get out of here. But don't forget to like, subscribe, all that jazz. Catch me this weekend for the free tarot questions. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope that this reading and this message enlightens your consciousness somehow. Bye-bye.